Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. You're here with Lefebvre, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, when I figured out why I ended up siding with the NCR, and it's really dumb. So what the game does in that part of the game is that it checks your reputation with the NCR Legion and the Strip. And if your reputation... And it checks to see which of them is the highest. If two of them are tied, it just chooses the tiebreaker for you, so it chooses NCR or Legion or Strip in that order. So in order to get the Strip jacket, which I'm currently wearing because fuck the game, that's not the choice I would have made, you need to have a negative reputation with NCR and the Legion, but a positive reputation with the Strip. And just, you know, there are so many quests that require you to... Hey Ulysses, what's going on? There are so many quests that require you to have so many quests that require you to be friendly with the NCR that I didn't want to cut them out. And like doing good things for the NCR is generally incidentally good for the rest of the Mojave at large, which is what I'm all about. But I don't work for them. I don't work with them. I don't agree with their political philosophy. So this is Ulysses. You might remember him from the last video. Fun facts about Ulysses: you can't pickpocket from him. It just doesn't work.
Full circle.
Trying to...
Walked your road. Now back again. Something else in you needing an answer.
If you try to pickpocket him, it just initiates dialogue. And number two, all of his special stats are at 10, except charisma, which is boosted to 11. Just to prove that he is the baddest motherfucker. So what are you doing out here, man?
A question one could have asked you not long ago, before walking the road west into the storms. Need to be here. See what was done. It's custom of the bear to never see the marks it claws in the land. Not my custom. Maybe that's why you've come too. Need to see where the missile from Ashton touched ground down below in Hopeville. The Courier's Mile.
I mean, the Divide's incredibly irradiated. Are you sure you want to stick around?
The invisible fires burn here. True enough. Still, to have helped carry out such an act, and not face it. Not my way. If my life burns out here, so be it. Until then, I wait and watch. See what the road brings.
Got it. What about the marked men?
That's part of why I'm here. Watch them. If they attack me, try to enter the Mojave. I answer. Not looking to kill them. Save them, if I can. There might be something saving in them. If not, then what I do is mercy, not murder.
Got it. Kaiser is dead. I killed him. Thought you might just want to know.
Names die twice to history. If the West thanks you, the East won't in time. Fall apart. Back to the tribes, maybe. Too soon to tell what will happen. Let history weigh what you've done, if it gets that far.
Are you angry?
Kaiser would be history's hypocrite if he was angry about what happened. I'm not one for it either. Seems you just proved his philosophy to him. If he'd been stronger, he'd be alive, and we wouldn't be talking. Unless you do the same for the legate that comes, you'll get no thanks from me. When that monster arrives, he's not going to have a leash. Kaiser could command him. Not now. The bear is going to burn, and burn slow.
Fair point. Is this where you're making camp?
Not a camp. Vigil, maybe. Never claimed it as mine. If anyone owns the Divide, your claim is stronger than mine. Don't feel like adding a campfire to the ones that already burn below. If you brought Mojave gifts, might be able to shape something for the road.
Got a recipe you can teach?
Depends what history has to say about them. There's a lot the land can provide, if you know the road that led to it. Mojave's got ways of healing most ills. If not, some tribes are usually found a way you didn't expect. Like healing powders. Tribes back west only use Xander and rock flour. There's a way the twin mothers in the east used to brew it though. Called it bitter drink. Mixed up the Xander and Brock in a bottle. Added some kick to it, so your head doesn't get all clouded.
What's the history of it?
History. Cures a wound, leaves the bitterness that caused it. The twin mothers were always about lessons. Caesar taught them the last one, though. So that's it for them. Recipe still exists. Legion uses it on forced marches with wounded soldiers. Wouldn't have made it through Crimson River Trail a few years back without it. Losing so much blood early on was a Cazador feast. Enough Xander root and Brock flour along the trail, though. The Legion was able to keep pace and get where they were going.
Can you share it with me?
Can do that, and one better. Just enough around to mix some. Here. Might make the twin mother's history live a little longer. You carrying it. When you drink it, down it all in one shot, or your stomach's not going to want to keep going after the second drink.
Got it. Any more recipes you can teach?
Nothing more than I've already shared. We'll have to keep with what we know. Tired of history's lessons anyway.
You? Tired of history? Oh, I guess there's more than enough for anyone. Got some materials
Let's make
gathered?
something new from the old.
Oh, cool. I can use them like a campfire. Sweet. So what is the recipe for bitter drink? Brock flour, Xander root, and a bottle. Okay, so distilling it into its liquid form makes it fucking awful as shit, but removes the clouding effects as it enters the bloodstream. Interesting.
Something else in you need.
I reached Vegas. Dealt with House.
House spoke, acted through machines. Sometimes can judge a man by his messengers. Sometimes the messengers judge him. Wonder what happens to Vegas now. The tribes, families. We'll see.
You don't sound too happy about that.
What you did was for the best. The old world died long ago. Anyone who believes they can make it return, and everything will be as it was. It is a dangerous belief. Needs to be silenced before their belief spreads. If you saw a house, you didn't see a man. An old world spirit, perhaps. Filthy, diseased. If so, killing him was mercy, not cruelty.
Raised by the Legion, weren't you, Ulysses? I got your final message.
Didn't think I'd be breathing to hear you say that. Message isn't important. Meaning is. Had to speak of it, in case the words got lost in paper, ink, or others' voices. Maybe even yours in time. Still meant for you. Courier to courier. Belongs to you now. Or history. Doesn't matter.
Whatever you say, man. Alright, heading back to the Mojave. Stay alive.
Can hear the weight in your feet. You're bound for that old world wall. Hoover Dam. Maybe not now. In time. Bear and bull shed too much blood there to let it go. Can't stop you from going. Wouldn't. A warning, though. The legate Lennius, whether Caesar stands or not, Lennius will come.
Who's Legate Lanius?
Lennius, the butcher, monster, terror of the East. Not even his slaves have seen his face. Struck them blind so they can't. Wears a mask. Don't even know if it's the same man.
Clever.
He put Colorado to the sword. broke the hangdogs by throwing their hounds upon the flames, so they might burn forever in the afterlife.
Sounds like a nice guy. He's just one general. I can handle him.
Linnaeus carries all the terrors of the East with him. He's the myth, the weapon the Legion needs. When he arrives, he'll fall on Hoover Dam like a hammer. Break the bear in two.
Gotta have a weakness. What do you think?
His strength lies in his title, and it is his weakness. He will not fight a losing battle and destroy what he represents. Put the idea of loss in him. Convince him the bear will not be the 20th tribe beneath his heel. It will make him pause like nothing on earth. You do not need to convince him alone. Draw upon history. The past of other legates are not filled with victories. Remind Linnaeus of this.
Joshua Graham, I assume.
There are other legates, and the one before Linnaeus couldn't take Hoover Dam for Kaiser. That legate's mistake is he didn't die trying. His name was Joshua Graham, answered for his failure. Twice, some say. Kaiser had him burned and cast into the earth, into the largest canyon you've ever seen. Watched the flames trail all the way to the bottom. Somehow, Joshua walked away from that, went beyond Kaiser's gaze. His footsteps trailing fire, walking from one hell, maybe to another. When one is ruined like Graham was, sometimes home is the only place left. If so, he went to New Canaan, Kaiser's anger written on him like a book. Kaiser's orders to the Frumentari were to watch for him, find Graham, kill him. Didn't try. Could've. No good would have come of it. Graham earned his life and his nature. It'll kill him more surely than any blade of the Legion. So, if you've heard word of it or seen sign of him, let it keep. Let his history keep.
I'll remember that. A man like him who's seen hell and been to hell, takes hell with him.
And there is nothing more to be done. The Mojave awaits.
Farewell, Ulysses. And he's not wrong. We're taking Hoover Dam, folks. We just need to find a good hat to wear. A fine hat. I'd like to wear the beret, but I want to shed myself of NCR. I want to take Legion as the Legion, you know? I'm sorry, I want to take the Dam as Mojave. Still, there are so many places undiscovered, so many places we won't see. Sorry, folks, I can't do everything. I mean, I could, but that'd probably be boring as fuck. Do you remember that our character looked like this? I don't. This shit. He's been wearing hats and helmets so long, I totally done forgot. All right, Ulysses' final message.
Last tape, last message. In case you best me. If you're hearing this, you have, through blood or word. This message and all that lies with it. It is for you, courier. If you want to know the why of things. This world been wrought at the Divide or elsewhere. If you can stop me, it can happen again. It will keep happening. If war doesn't change, men must change. And so must their symbols. Even if it is nothing at all. Know what you follow, courier. Just as I followed you to the end. Whatever your symbol, carry it on your back and wear it proudly when you stand at Hoover Dam.
All right, I got a bunch of hats. Let's see how they all look. All right. Fashion is important, folks. Let's try the first recon beret. Oh shit, that actually looks real good. All right. Boomer helmet. How's it look from the front? I'm not digging it. It's not working for me. Chalk's headdress. Nah. Daniel's hat. Ooh. Oh, it's a little too big. Got a sort of Undertaker thing going on. A dapper gambler's hat. Nah. Nope, doesn't fit. Party hat. No. Police hat. Nah. Almost there. Salt upon wounds' helmet. Christ, no. This thing is just way too much business there. How about the Madre helmet? Oh, not bad. White Glove Society mask. Ooh, creepy. I like it. But no, still not. Ah! Vexillarius helmet. Kind of works. Not a big fan of the clipping. Shit, I swore I wasn't going to do the first recon beret, but there it is. Alright. Let's chuck the rest of this stuff in there. Might as well grab the valence while I'm at it. What else I got? I got long range, short range, medium range, big boys, even bigger boys, and biggest boys. Alright. Cool. Ding. And put the red glare in at 5. Oh, it was already in at 8. Then put the shoulder mounted machine gun in at 8. Tri-beam laser rifle is just there for fun. Who should I bring? Oh, Eddie. Where are you, my boy? Hello. Come with me. Sweet. If you switch the 3/8 wrench to smaller drill, those weapon repairs would be easier. If you drop the power output by 0.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. Nice. Can you make me some ammo? Thank you. Ooh. You can make all sorts of fun things. You know, if you strip out the plasma relays on those energy cells, you can make flamer fuel. Remove the safety catches on those microfusion cells, you can turn them into satchel charges. Jesus Christ. Also, he can fully repair one of your weapons. And you can also listen to any of his audio logs if you want. Alright then. Who shall I bring with me? Cass? Maybe. Boone? No. He won't like what comes at the end. Veronica? Maybe.
What's up?
Boogie.
Let's go make trouble.
All right, we're running long because this is the end, folks. It's all over. The penthouse. A little save, just for posterity's sake. I never did make it to level 50. I never did max out all my skills. Oh well. Yes, man?
Are you ready to head for the dam? Caesar's Legion is due to attack at any moment.
I'm ready. Oh, you said something about ask the followers to provide medical aid?
Well, some of Mr. House's projections predict a moderate probability of civil instability subsequent to the NCR being driven from the Vegas region. One of the mitigating contingencies he planned was to enlist the followers to provide increased medical aid throughout the region. Just seems like it might help keep things stable when we go independent. Not that I know what I'm talking about.
Of course not. All right, I'll go talk to them.
Wonderful.
It probably won't take too much, considering they already support an independent Vegas. And just like, I know, based on what I've done for them, I can get Julie in on this. She's all about this sort of thing. Which will definitely give Veronica a dog in the fight. What was the name of that tribe? The Twin Mothers that created the bitter drink? All about their lessons. I don't know. The way Ulysses talks about them, you sort of understand exactly what they're on about, you know? They're a little rough, a little tough. They're all about teaching things. Hence the bitter drink being a wonderful emblem of their sort of society. Oh, Julie. Hello.
I've heard a few patients mention the security. If House is out of the picture, maybe we'll be able to get our hands on some of his technology. It would help our scientists greatly.
Don't count on it. The Garretts should be sending over supplies shortly.
I'm honestly pleasantly surprised they would help us out.
Yay. So I think the followers should support an independent Vegas. They're coming at the Battle of the Dam.
Why should we support Vegas? They've locked Freeside out of the city and do nothing to help their neighboring townsfolk.
Well, I'm setting plans in motion which ensure both the Legion and NCR are pushed out of the Mojave.
Wow. Whatever you have planned must be pretty big to give them the boot, but this sounds dangerous.
You're damn right.
I refuse to put my people at risk. If the NCR are pushed out, the Raiders and other scum will run amok.
Part of my plan involves automated security for the region, so I wouldn't worry about them over much.
That is somewhat reassuring, but we still don't have the resources to care for the entire Mojave by ourselves.
Oh, don't you?
We already experience regular supply shortages. Opening our door to the entire region, I don't see how this could ever work.
Oh, don't you? This is a golden opportunity.
It is indeed our duty to teach and improve the living conditions of our fellow man, but we're talking an insane amount of logistics to make this work.
I mean, you'd establish a foothold in the region.
I think I see now what you intend to set in motion. If this plan will bring us one step closer to revitalizing the region, you can count on our support. So long as you keep us supplied, we will stay in the Mojave to provide care and education for those in need.
Good. All right, then. That will make me feel better about unleashing bedlam across the world. I was about to say, I've also fucked up the Vipers and the Jackals. The Khans are leaving. The Fiends have been dealt with. The NCR is fucked. And I've systematically dismantled the Legion, killing Kaisar himself. And I mean, there's always someone at the Divide I can call for a little assistance. And when it comes to supplies, I can get top-grade medical technology from Big Mountain. We can... What? We can transport valuable herbs and medicines from Zion. There's nothing for us at the Sierra Madre, but I do still have that that one replicating machine. It's not much, but I bet it would go far being able to manufacture foodstuffs and medkits so long as the chips don't run out. Still, point being, we have a lot at our disposal to make this happen. So yes, man.
Are you ready to head for the dam?
Push the button.
Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some calculations.
Oh my.
It turns out there are two ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options.
I love
You
options.
could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room.
Got it.
Good luck. See you at the dam.
Woo! Let's do this. Oh God. It will be bloody. It shall be glorious.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
Damn right. No gods, no masters. Weapons check. Oh boy, that looks bad. Switch to the explosive rounds. Oh boy. Something's causing my aim to sway like a son of a bitch. Might be the fact that I'm using explosive rounds. No? It's just doing that. Oh, one of my limbs got crippled. Probably. Both my arms got crippled. By what? I don't know. Apparently I saw something weird. What's the Wild Wasteland? Fixer, eh? Poor boy. Alright, what's next? The next asshole to come at me is gonna eat one hell of a rocket barrage. No mercy for the Legion. Oh, here they come. Hello, boys. Would you like to fight now? Open fire. Woo! Hot damn. Wait, I still have this thing? Alright, whatever, man. Oh my God! Bloody mayhem! Bedlam in the Mojave, that's what we have. Pew, pew, pew. God, his head just sort of fell over. We gotta Securitron down. Oh wait, who cares? Who the hell is that? Oh, it's just some poor ranger got up in the middle of this. Jeez. Where are the goddamn remnants? I'm certain they'll show up right on time to save the goddamn day. It's what they do. Alright, so what's up? Nothing. Down we go. Close quarters. Give me my trench gun. It's not a trench gun. It's far better. Alright. This way, I think. I'm really familiar with the innards. Holy shit! Poor guys.
Someone's there. No one is allowed into the control room.
Got some bad news. I'm not one for orders. I'm a good-natured dark hero. Jesus Christ. That was quite the drop. In any event, don't tell me where I can and cannot go. Also, that guy appears to have fallen through the floor. Veronica, handle him, please. Sorry, NCR. I never really was on your side.
Nice to see you again.
Hi, yes, man.
So, we can blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say?
Well, as much as I would love to destroy this dam, it's sort of like a one-of-a-kind relic, so no.
Yes! This is gonna be fun!
What?
I'm unlocking the East Power Plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the Legion and NCR.
You seem a little too gung-ho about this, yes man. Although, what did I expect? He's a yes man. He just do whatever he's told. Alright, gentlemen. You can fight me or you can stand aside. You get to choose. You've elected the way of pain. There we go. Slug shooter. Wild child. Your wild, seemingly capricious behavior leaves people scratching their heads in confusion and avoiding close contact. Yep, that's the long and short of it. Nah, who cares about loot? I got everything that I need. I might not want to use this in close quarters. Oh, this is what I'll use in close quarters. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Also, Yes Man starts appearing on all the screens just to perfectly creep everyone out. Why is there a robot man? Ah. Flip the switch. Do you really mean to tell me after all this time we hadn't gotten everything up and running yet? Shameful, quite frankly. Crying shame. Alright. Let's put ourselves back together. I can't believe I've only used 40 stim packs throughout the game. I've generally relied on blood sausage and foodstuffs. Is this the way out? No, pardon me. Apparently the door will be fine. Okay, if you want to be boring. Do I hear the sound of a vertibird? Henry?
Keep your head down.
Oh, Judah, you keep your head down, you son of a bitch. Oh my god. Yep, they're chucking plasma grenades. Please don't do that. I need to live. Oh, Judah. Judah, no, you poor bastard. He's dead, Jim. Well, shit. Oh well. Oh god. This appears to be a full-on route. Oh my god. I got the crits. Ow. Please watch where you're shooting. If anyone wants to keep fighting, well, let's just say I suggest they surrender. Beautiful thing about Securitrons, I don't have to worry about what I do to them. What are you shooting at? Who knows? Gentlemen. 30 damage threshold? That's a lot. That's a lot of armor there. Oh, I do believe I've created some monsters. You can leave. You can just go. Alright, cool. Who keeps shouting ow? I've got to say, there's no kill like overkill. Who wants a piece? Anyone want some? Anyone? Taking all comers. That's what I thought. Stay home. Give up. Oh, geez, I do believe Moreno has been defeated. Sorry, Moreno. Done got ambushed by that Praetorian guard there. Unfortunate. Alright. I think that's about it for the remnants. Hopefully... Oh, Jesus. Hello, Lanius.
An envoy of Vegas, yet you carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards.
If you think you've got any chance of taking Hoover Dam, you're wrong.
Many graves in the East are filled with those who said as much, with braver words, not backed by strength. It is Kaiser's will this gate to the west bear the flag of the Legion. Kaiser's will shall be done.
What is Kaiser giving you orders from beyond the grave?
Kaiser's will is the will of the Legion and the West. All beneath the flag of the Great Bear exist to test the strength of the Legion. The West shall fall as the East fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun shall bear the mark of the Legion.
Maybe you'll be willing to listen to the words that I speak.
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the Bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater.
Persist and learn what Graham learned at the Dam and Boulder City. You could take the West. Holding it is another matter. This battle has already been decided. That's why I'm here.
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
No. Move forward? The Legion spent years trying to take the dam.
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaiser blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
And then what of the East?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day.
Well, if you needed the East to crush the West.
The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains.
What? Oh, huh. That's weird. I don't know why my speech is 98 instead of 100. Something must be giving me a charisma penalty, but I don't know what. Well, except Vegas.
Vegas will fall.
Really? I hope you're not counting on the Omertas to help you.
I count on no one.
Good, because the Omertas plan was stopped. Vegas is as strong as ever.
A plan by Vorpus. Treachery is a weapon that one should never rely on. I can only hope that the Omertas died when their treachery was exposed. To have the plan succeed only would have sullied the Legion. It does not matter. Victory shall be ours. It shall be swift, and it will be honest. Purchased with blood.
Damn it. That's an optimistic attitude for a general, and that's how wars get lost.
And how battles are lost, when you bring nothing but words to a contest of strength. Your words have done nothing but delay the inevitable. Now, see what my hounds and my blade will bring to you.
Curses! If any man can claim bravery when he outnumbers his opponent.
I have seen little of true battle this day, and you were brave to come here to face me when all of NCR would not. I shall honor your last words and face you alone. No man will say I refused your challenge. Death!
Give me a second. What's lowering my charisma? What's lowering my charisma? Alcohol withdrawal. God damn it. Fucking, that's it.
To profligates.
Oh, Jesus. Ouch. Give me a second. Ow. Wait a minute. What am I doing? There's a quick way, there's an easy way to do this, and I have chosen the hard way. What I've done all my life. Drugs. I am the Slayer. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Chopped him apart. Legendary healing powder. I will take everything from him. Leave nothing behind. Well then. I think I took too much. I took too much. I can't come down. Guys, I can't come down. Oh, this is weird. I'm almost certain this is not how this is supposed to happen. Although that was pretty cool, actually. It worked out. General, I presume?
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
Hold that thought, General. I wanted to introduce you to some of my friends. I can't take all the credit. I had some help from my allies here.
And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley. Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar.
General Oliver, allow me to put this quite simply. Hoover Dam is ours. I must request that you leave at once.
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige.
Oliver, allow me to make this clear. That wasn't a request. That wasn't a question. That was just a fact. Leave on your feet, or I'll send you home wrapped in your flag.
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and...
How about I ask these robots to fuck you and your entire battalion with a rocket barrage? I was hoping we could be pleasant about this.
You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs?
Something like that.
No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook, or I'm not going anywhere.
No, but I have a great right rar. Is talking all you do? You think these robots are all the forces I have?
Right now, that's all that's standing there. Well, except for the corpses. So that's your plan? Hold the dam here all by your lonesome?
While the boomers fly west? Well, that worked for me.
They wouldn't.
Who's to say? I just suggested coming to Hoover Dam to them, and they just do what they want. They just do what they do.
This has been a fuck of a day. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
I don't need the guts. I have an army of machines. I guarantee I put more thought into the state of the Mojave than you or anyone else in the NCR.
Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours can do on a bad day, and I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hang.
And that's why I'm a better man than you, Oliver. That's why I'm a better man. That day is not likely to come, Oliver.
Fine. Come on, men. We're moving out.
Oh, yes, man. Hello.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters, so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
Well, here's hoping
And so
Yes
the
Man
courier
doesn't
who
betray
had
me
cheated
horribly.
death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Great line.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
The Brotherhood's open aggression along the New Vegas highways troubled Veronica greatly. Nevertheless, it removed all doubt from her mind that in leaving them, she had made the right choice. Eventually, she would take to the road, less in hopes of finding a new home than of leaving memories of the old one behind her.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before.
Oops.
Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
Arcade was proud to have been one of the defenders who helped repel the Legion from Hoover Dam. He was prouder still to see the area freed from the shackles of the NCR and Mr. House. Though independence for New Vegas was not all he hoped it could be, Arcade used his Enclave knowledge and technology to keep order wherever he could.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the Courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
The Kings retained their control of Freeside, and while they continued to favor the needs of locals, they tolerated the citizens of the defeated NCR.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to Sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Hopefully
Though
far from
Novak
here.
was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
With Cook dead, the powder gangers at Vault 19 fell apart. Those who weren't destroyed by the Courier fled into the hills or attempted to work their way back through the Mojave wasteland. Few survived.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
Nice. Despite distinguishing themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Rangers' victory was short-lived due to the Courier's interference. Chief Hanlon personally directed the evacuation of the Rangers to Mojave Outpost as they fell back into NCR territory. Bitter over the waste of life in the Mojave, Hanlon stepped down from his post. After a campaign in which he denounced Oliver's and Kimball's hawkish, imperialist ways, Hanlon was elected as the Senator of Reading.
Wow.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came.
Those who survived.
Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war War never changes.
Ah, but Mr. Perlman, I believe Ulysses made a fantastic point when he said that maybe, just maybe, people can. In any event, I'd say that we made the best of it. Although some things did not work out as well as I might preferred, overall, I think the Mojave turned into a better place from our actions. As I recall, if you finish the game with Wild Wasteland, it makes it so all of these characters have quotes. Can I get that with more projection? Okay, less intensity. Now split the difference. Jason Lord Fader, dreams just slow you down. Tess Obsidian's gay cowgirl Treadwell, illiteracy is ruining America. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Yeah, gotta say though, like, certain people end up with negative scenarios no matter what you do. There's not much you can do to help the followers of the apocalypse. There's not much you can do to help the Brotherhood situation. Like, the only other option is blowing them all up, which is just not okay. And the person whose story probably like makes me the saddest is Lily's. 'Cause like, if you catch her in a couple of like berserker rages, which is just particularly to do in hardcore mode because, you know, that might kill her. You can talk to her about taking her medication, and you get 3 options. Stop, keep taking it at half dose. She explains that if she takes her medication, she'll forget about her grandparents and maybe even forget about who she is, adopting a sort of new identity. And if she takes it at full doses, and if she stops taking it, that could be bad. That could be very bad. If you have her stop taking it because you think that's the right thing to do, I wasn't drunk. I always kept a solid grip on the floor. She'll sort of become a sort of raving beast, subsumed by Leo's control, and then, you know, she will murdering defenseless old men is fun. Thanks, Sean. And she'll just sort of go around the Mojave, you know, wreaking havoc on travelers. If you have her take her medication at full dosage, she will forget all about her grandchildren, discarding the holotape she had of their voices because she no longer saw that it had any significance. So like, Lily's just fucked. There may have been in the works a quest to sort of like help her out with all of her things, but as the game stands, there's no really good ending for Lily. Although, in my mind, having her go out west to figure out, we should have named it Sodom. I bet these motherfuckers would know how to spell that. I bet, right, that's sort of like the best sort of scenario and outcome. Did you figure out that back door? Credit me as Travis El Gimpo Stout in the wacky credits so I don't look like a fuddy-duddy. You got it, El Gimpo. That being said, Raul's ending is pretty great. Talked about their tales spread around of the ghost Vaquero who punishes those who prey on the weak. Fuck! That's metal as shit. But, unfortunately, the events at Hoover Dam were a zero-sum game. Some people would win, some people would lose. And Taps Watch, just read the fucking line. And I can only hope that more people came out on top than didn't. It's tricky business. I'm kind of glad that I did end up fighting Lennius, even though convincing him to not fight is just delightful. It compiles. It must work. I'm not sleeping. I'm compiling. My quantum milk machine brings every boy to all yards. What? Dan Rupalkaba. Rob Panzer Optional Smith. That's odd. It works on my machine. These are all delightful. Childlike Cat Empress of Chocolate Mushrooms. Darth Anthrax. If in doubt, flat out. Dead monkey. Funny. Funny. Well, that's it for Fallout New Vegas. I still feel the weight of my sins in this game. Not everything worked out right. So I think I gotta go. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a pilgrimage. I'm gonna go try to right the wrongs, or exactly understand the wrongs that I acted. So next time, when you see my next video, it will be for a game that I've never played before. Not that I've never played before, but that you've never. I'm just starting a new series. That's what I'm saying. Criminy. So that'll be fun. Oh, about New Vegas. Overall, this is just about my favorite Fallout game. It's right up there neck and neck with Fallout 2. In my mind, sort of like 1 is the worst just because they're working the kinks out, you know, it's a bold new world, you know, you make a lot of mistakes when you don't really have anything to work on, when you don't have a lot of user feedback. And then it goes up to probably 4, because 4 was just no bueno. I just didn't like the sort of like kneecapped ability to roleplay. Like, I think my favorite part in Fallout 4 was adopting the mantle of the Silver Shroud. That's probably like my favorite thing in the game. Like, when you get to go around and start talking like you're the Silver Shroud and just like, stop right there, evildoers. And for the most part, so many scenarios are just sort of like, I don't want to say like they peg you into a certain scenario, but they don't really give you the opportunity to explore that scenario. And then we got 3, because 3 was pretty good. It's a pretty good game. It's not great. It's pretty good. You know, just showing off what a new Fallout game could be. But, you know, the DLC is not very good. You know, Point Lookout is Mothership Zeta is The Pit's great. I love The Pit. Gotta say, love The Pit. And Broken Steel, you know, finished the game, so thanks for that one. And then we got right up there, neck and neck, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 2. Because New Vegas has the faction system that it brings in is fantastic to explore, and the contest between the NCR and the Legion gives you 2 very distinct ways to play and creates a sort of like fantastic replay value. Because, like, if you start working for the Legion, it closes a lot of doors. But, I mean, you know, hey, but it's just a modest proposal. Fascism is just a modest proposal. Just don't worry about it. Just work for the bald man with the tumor. To the Naked Ninjas for helping me unwind. To my family and friends for being supportive. Naked Ninjas. And then Fallout 2 is up there. I'll play that someday. And hopefully I'll be able to express exactly what about that game that I really love. But as far as things that like work in New Vegas, like I really like all the companions, and there's a lot of quests, and more importantly than there being a lot of quests is that there are a lot of ways to do those quests. You can rely on your violence, you can rely on your talking, and sometimes, I mean, I would say that for the most part, all of your options are equally valid, and you can just sort of like do whatever you want, and it kind of doesn't change the outcome. But for some of those quests, you can definitely get different results based on what you're doing. And sometimes if you don't have the skills to back it up, you're just gonna fuck up real bad and just sort of end up super dissatisfied with your performance. And that just, you know, that's just how shit works. But anyway, also Wayne Newton as Mr. New Vegas, the fantastic Mr. New Vegas. Michael Dorn back once again as Marcus. Gotta say, Felicia, does that mean boobies? Day. Dave Foley, fantastic yes man. Couldn't have done it without him. Wait, Rob Corddry was Billy Knight? What? What the hell? But, yes, no. You know, I never went to go say hey to Festus, unfortunately. Oh, well, I didn't have enough, star chips, anyway. Ah, the insidious Volpes. But, to David Anthony Pizzuto, thanks for being Lily. Will, clever nickname. Wait, Will Wheaton is the voice of the Robo-Brains? What? Jesus. Wait, who's Melissa? I don't remember. Oops. Rob Atkin, don't call him Byron Downs. Wait, Byron? Like from Fallout 2? Maybe. Who knows? Some ghouls. Some children. Anyway. So this took like almost 5 months. I'm probably not going to play another game this long for a very, very, very long time. And again, maybe not. I know what the next game's going to be. I don't know what to do after that. Jesse, shit gets real, Birch. Laura, the Pound, Bailey. So I don't know exactly what I got going on after that, but I'll think of something. You know, I always do. Right. Why do they keep calling it Dead Monkey? Gotta say, mad ups to all of the voice actors in Dead Money. There's only 4 of you, but you were all fantastic. Also, Keith, Joshua Graham, great job. Great job. Wait, who the hell is Jed? I do not remember a Jed. Salt. Not salt upon wounds, it's just calling him Salt. Damn. Ice cold. Really? They just had one person do all the different tribes, one for each gender of each of the tribes. That's sort of all right. Cam Clark bringing it home as Mobius. Hot damn. Nice work. Wait, Boris and the Book Shoot are the same? That makes sense. Dala and the Sink are the same voice actor? James Urbaniak, one of a kind. Christine, the Stealth Suit, and the Light Switch, Veronica Belmont. Jace, you killed it as the Toaster. Nice. Roger Cross as Ulysses. Thanks. You really brought that character to life and gave him the weight that he needed, because Ulysses is a character that could have very easily gone wrong. He was originally intended to be a I'll shit on your lunch. He was originally supposed to be a follower who is part of the Legion, but they just had a really hard time fitting him into the game, and so when they were working on Lonesome Road, they were like, no, let's use Ulysses for this. Let's bring a completely sort of like polar perspective. Because, you know, they have to include the Legion so that the player has the option to choose like a completely like morally unsound, you know, order thing that they can do. Like, you know, the same reason they give you the option to poison the wasteland in Fallout 3. Like, they have to give you the choice, even though you know it's obviously a bad one. So they sort of set him up as a sort of parallel for the character. Like, he's another courier. He also has, you know, a dark, tragic past. But instead, he was raised in the Legion, and you were raised in the NCR. And what does that do to you guys? You should be getting an achievement about now, but we ran out. Thanks, Jason. Yeah. And just, like, it would be super easy to just sort of play him as a straight antagonist who's like, oh, I want revenge, and I'm going to fuck up your whole life for fucking up my life. But that's not what he's like at all. the way that he views the concept of history, like he's a sort of person who, I don't want to say that he lacks agency, but he sort of feels a lot of sort of compellings and a lot of callings. In my mind, he's a sort of character who doesn't necessarily have to do things, but he feels often that he has to do things, you know? It's just feelings that he has based on what he knows and what he thinks is the right thing to do. They just sort of drive him. A man of intense drive. And when his over-reliance on history got completely shattered by your actions. So not only did he experience the physical trauma of being caught in the blast, but he also experienced intense emotional and mental trauma as the entire philosophy he had built his worldview around get destroyed in an instant by you. And, you know, that's going to fuck someone up. Just a little bit, I'd say. Probably. I mean, hey, whatever. I'm not going to judge. Michael, mean son of a bitch, Sharf. I wonder if that's why they included the character mean son of a bitch. I've got to say, I don't know why, but I love mean son of a bitch. I don't know exactly how you can learn his story, but in short, mean son of a bitch got captured by raiders and they chopped out his tongue. And after he was able to escape, the people of Westside accepted him as sort of like one of their own. And he's decided to defend that place as his home. And you know, he's just a big fucking mutant. And if you fuck with him, he'll just punch you until he'll kick you apart. Anyway. But yeah, good game. No thank you. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. So if you liked what you saw, hit like. If you want to start a new adventure, hit subscribe. And if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon, and I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things. Like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to do cool shit, and do the coolest thing I can think of. I don't know. Try to imagine a world in which war has changed. No, not Metal Gear Solid 4.